So 3, 2, 1, and so hello and welcome to YouTube channel. My name's Abdul Mojeed Sulayman, and this is my channel basically documenting my progress in my powerlifting journey. So if this is your first time on the channel, hello and welcome. Basically in this channel, all I'll simply be doing is every single time I have a meet prep or my basic training, I'll just upload it on here, tell you what I'm doing, how I'm preparing for it. And as of recent, we have European Championships coming up in Sweden. So this is basically where all the countries in Europe, or majority of the countries, the powerlift, send athletes to the European Championships to compete and hopefully see who the best European lifter is in each weight class or category. So I compete in the Open, which is all ages are invited into it, and a 105 kg athlete, so I need to weigh below 105 kg competing into competition. So this video will be briefly going over my last 2 weeks, or my last 2 weeks of training. So we'll kind of split up because my last week of training was insane. Like that, my coach knows it's a madness. By the way, I get coached by Vigorize. That's my. I've got to rep it. Like he finally decided to do some teas. This looks sick. He's my coach. He's been coaching me for about 5 to 6 years. We're doing insane things right now. So I'll just let you know what's happening. So I think 2 weeks ago, I've got the videos on here. I think about 2 weeks ago, I had a 300 kg squat was the heaviest I went that week. So we had a 300 kg squat, which I'll put on the side. I had to shoot in a vertical format because I was trying to do a YouTube, like Instagram reel thing. I'll also play that. It's pretty cool, check on my channel. But we had a 300 kg top set. Now for this 300 kg top set, it didn't move the best, to be honest with you. I lost tension inside the hole, but it is what it is. We kept on moving. So I took a lot of warm-ups for this top set itself. I had 300 kg, but I did 290 beforehand. I think I did 270, 250 in like 220. Like it was very, very short jumps, and that's because the gym was just too cold. I was training in, but I'm happy with it. It's 300, it moved well. We did something nuts the next week after, but we had 300. I think we had the 290, which you'll also see on the side. But I think the main key thing for this week was bench. I mean, bench was ridiculous this week. I think this week I first started off I had the bench session on Tuesday where I actually deadlifted 180 kg for double. I mean, that is massive. Bench has been feeling amazing so far, given how it's improved insanely this prep, honestly. And I'll make a very detailed video going about the little changes I've implemented for my bench. I think quite briefly, two main things I've changed is shoe. I'm losing less power. I'm getting more for my leg drive and getting a better setup. We're having better shoes and also learning how to anchor myself down with those shoes and not slip off the platform or on the bench I'm benching on. And then another thing is arch, the way I'm arching. So I think whenever I've been arching, you kind of see an arch. And when you think an arch, you're thinking of, I don't know how to describe it, like arching. But like you're thinking of extending your rib cage. You're kind of like angling it in. So when you set for an arch, I was always thinking bend more towards the top. So when I'll set up, I'll kind of almost do a little bit of a vacuum just to stretch my chest out a bit higher up. I think that was just leading to me losing tension a lot more. I don't know where it clicked for me exactly, but I started thinking expand my rib cage kind of thing, or breathing. Like I'll do a detailed video on this and go into more details. And because I'm obviously not a coach, I'm gonna say this in very layman terms. On it might not be the easiest to understand because I'm just kind of giving you my perspective as to what I've been doing to implement on bench that's made it feel so much better. And also another thing, the SVD long sleeves, man, those things changed my life. They're insane. I'll bring them for you. So this is the standard sleeves. The wrist straps I was benching with. So that's about the length of them. Maybe you can kind of see. This is the medium stiff SBD wrist straps. But I got the large, aka the long as hell. I mean, fam, this thing is long, bruv. That's the whole length of it. This feels like my wrist feels so much more better. Control of the bench inside, like on my chest, feels so much better. But honestly, I think this might just be my head. Might be a placebo thing. I'm not entirely sure because I first time I benched with this, I had one of the best sessions I ever had in my life. Like I did the 170 triple, which moved ridiculously easy. 2 sessions after that, bench wasn't that great, but overall, consistent bench has been good. And bench started feeling great when I fixed my technique and also started using this. So to be honest, I'll give credit to this and also my bench setup, which I'll get into more details later. But let's get back to the main point. We had a 180 kg double early in the week, moved ridiculously good. And then after that, later at the end of the week, we had a 180 kg single on bench. So that's a pretty good starting point, because considering my last prep, the heaviest I ever went was 185 kg. So to be able to hit 180 double, and then the same week hit 180 again on a Saturday after my deadlifts, but bench is ridiculous, and it's amazing what it is. And the potential for bench in this prep is, I'm really excited for it. It's been a very long time. Me and bench have been going back and forth. I mean, I think the previous prep I had the bicep issue, the previous prep before that, elbows, shit training equipment. It's just like, I'm happy to be able to have a good block of training leading to prep and to execute and see where that goes and takes me. So apart from bench, we had deadlifts also. Deadlifts were interesting. That's the best to say. We're probably going to have to implement a few extra things for deadlift in the next prep, which will be nationals. But we had a 330 kg top single, which unfortunately I did not record. So all I have is my last warm up of 300 kg or 310, which moved slow because I had to do a 250 to 300 kg like go and jump, something insane like that. Yeah, it was 300 kg. Like my coach was just telling me I need to get used to bigger jumps on deadlifts because I'm just taking too many warm ups. On the international stage, you won't get the chance to have, like, the flight might be quick, and they might have you might just get there and you have like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to warm up. So we're just getting prepared for every scenario. We tried the big deadlift jumps, which we'll be messing around with. Is what is. I think I need to get more comfortable with them, but also I think I just need more practice in deadlifts overall. But we have a 330 single. I have no footage of it, I'm sorry, so there's nothing I can show you about that. But it was okay, it felt good. We had backups with 290 for single, multiple sets. That was pretty much all that happened in my second week of training. So far, we're just kind of just chilling. Hopefully I get the chance to like do my last week of training video and put that out, because I think it'll be nuts. I think a lot of people question what the top end for me can be just based off those numbers I've done. And this video is, honestly, this video is more of a hype for the final week of training. Hopefully I can actually sit down and record that and put that out. I'm not just going to hype people up and whatnot. But we're in a good position. This is definitely one of the best preps I've ever had. 100%. Most injury-free prep I've had. Knee pain is a lot more controlled, not as terrible as before. No bicep issues, no scapular issues. Hip pain has been manageable. In fact, almost non-existent. I haven't had a terrible deadlift session. I've just had very slow deadlift sessions. But hip pain has been very manageable in this prep, which I'm very excited about. But that's it. We're about, today's roughly Monday, which is when I'm recording this. I fly out on Thursday. But I'm excited. I'm very excited for Sweden. It still feels unreal. It feels, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I'm still surprised at the fact that I get to represent GB as an international lifter. It feels unreal. It feels like I feel like I'm in a dream or something. I don't know. It hasn't clicked yet for me. I don't know why that is, but I'm flying out on Thursday and I still feel like I'm never going to get on the flight. It's very weird, but we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. I'm excited for it. The future's bright. Injury-free training is the best. And then I'll catch you guys in a bit. Thank you so much for getting to the end of the video. I'm sorry this is a bit empty. It's just showing my lifts. But hopefully for the next one, I'll probably show you my best numbers I've done so far for this prep, give my thoughts on them. And I don't know, I'm not really expecting, I'm not going to be chasing numbers for this prep, to be honest with you. It's my first international, so I don't want to chase numbers. I don't want to mention a total that I'll feel pressure to get. So we'll just have a chill discussion. I'll tell you about my weight cut, which is very light. I'm literally, right now I'm 106.5, 4 maybe on the morning. And that's like without literally just waking up and getting on the scale with what I've eaten last night and drinking quite a bit of water. So weight cut should be pretty easy and comfortable, but we'll see how things go. So anyway, thank you for getting to the end of the video. I'll catch you guys next week, or actually later this week, depending on when this video comes out. Hopefully I get my last week of training video out before competition, but thank you. I'll have a link to when the competition will be, and I'll also have a link to my latest YouTube video. So thank you, please subscribe, please do share, and I'll catch you guys for the next one.